Watch it, internet. It is day 2 of Vlogmas. Well, technically it's the 4th of December, which day 4. But whatever, no, I knew I was never going to make day 2 because it was super busy for me. I had my most successful craft fair ever, where I actually made a profit. And it was a vaguely decent profit at that, so that was nice. It was in the tiny village where my grandmother lives, and it was, I don't know if it was for the church or for the village hall, one of the two. I think it was the village hall. But anyway, it was like, the room was tiny, but it was really well attended, and piles of fucking, excuse you, go off, I guess. Excuse me for the light quality. But it was a tiny room, but it was full of people, and lots of grandmas bought my little needle felted baubles. I mean, like, bought a lot of them. I usually sell 1 or 2 things, and this was just, I was just like, gone. I was there. Someone came past later on with like, oh, and I was like, I did have much more. There was more. There was many, many more things. They have gone. Which is good, you know. I was like, I'm a bit shocked, like, but it's good. I sold things. My art exists in other people's houses now, which is terrifying, but also cool. I should probably say I do, well, I do lots of art, like, I can't be stopped. But the things I was selling was needle felting, which is where you magically stab wool and it gets solid. It's truly, truly a magical craft. But I made lots of baubles. And I'd show them to you, except I fucking sold them all. Wait, no, maybe there's something in here. Like, edit this bit out. But no, this is the closest we get. That's like the one thing I didn't sell. This little stocking made of wool. Cute. So no, I am really pleased. It's just, I'm still kind of new to selling things, instead of just fucking producing piles of art and leaving it to moulder. So it's still really weird, and there's a little bit of that, like, I've given people my babies to have, and I don't know what they're gonna do with them. And there's a little bit of like, I produced some shit and people bought it. Like, whoa. It's the usual, you know, imposter syndrome type, like, no, I'm terrible, how can you pay money for it? But I'll get over it. And I saved up my fat piles of cash. Woo! No, it wasn't that bad. Moderate piles of cash. I'm hoping to have another craft fair next week, though the person I'm emailing hasn't got back to me, so who knows. But whatever. Oh god, I've said whatever so many times. Then after that I had a gig later on that night, or rather I didn't have a gig, I attended a gig. My uncles and nephew were in a band in the village hall, and they played their music along with, they were hired gun, and it was Kirsty Thomas who also was with them, who's like, she won Brecon New Singer at the Brecon Folk Festival or something like that. But anyway, she was amazing. She was just like some tiny girl who sat out there with a guitar, and then all of a sudden this huge voice appeared. Cute. Obviously my uncles and cousin are like, there's some super good musicians, so it was some choice music. And it was a great night. I mean, I was a little bit like, I had to get up really early for the craft, really early for me. I got up at 8:30, and so I spent the whole day like, why is time? Why is morning? And I had a quick nap in the middle of the day because I was just blasted. So I was sort of like, I was quite gentle and relaxed at the gig. Although I brought some of my needle felting to do with me, because I'm going to have to make more stuff for my next craft fair. So I was needle felting during the gig, and my other little cousins were around me, and they were like, "What you doing?" As I'm needle felting. All right, okay, cool. And then there's sort of like, and then my cousin Jess just like, "Can I try?" And then my cousin Beth goes like, and I was like, "Do you want to try as well?" Yeah. And then my cousin G is like, "Do you want to try as well?" So eventually I had these 3 little girls and me all needle felting on this little table while we're listening to this band, which was a bit cute. But yeah, so that was day 2 of Vlogmas. I might even like, or rather Johnny might edit in some photos here of my craft. I don't think I took some photos of my craft, so you can see it, whatever. And I might leave a link to Hired Gun's own YouTube page at the bottom. I don't know if Kirsty Thomas has one, but I know that Hired Gun does, so check that out. Anyway, bye bye!